morning, brethren. We thank God for today, for counting us among the people singing of joy. When you sleep and you wake up, you need to appreciate God. One, you are not the only one that slept yesterday night. Many slept like you, but this morning they covered them with white sheets, white cloths. That is, their pile has been removed and they won't come back again. So if you sleep and wake up, the first thing is to appreciate God. Because many slept like that, this morning it discovered they can't speak out again. Some they couldn't use their legs. So that is to them that God loves you. And the love of God should not be taken for granted. You may be thinking you are a child, you have years to live. Don't forget, there are many children who have died overnight. There was no sickness, there was no complaint. Their parents are shedding tears uncontrollably this morning. There is nothing anybody can do. So, this morning, we are going to look at Proverbs 22, verse 6. And train up his way, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. The Bible is telling you and I that when God bless you with children, God is adding to your responsibility. It is not just for decoration. You are not giving a child for fun. You used to say to whom much is given, much is expected. Much is expected. And so God is expecting you to take the control of that child. You'll be seeing some parents, some fathers will be saying, I've tried all I could. I don't even know what to do again. Is it God that will now come down to come and be taking care of your child for you? If God is coming down to come and take care of your own for you, bringing your child up morally, he will come back to me and take my own too morally. He will come to another person out of the 80 billion people on the surface of the earth. You do imagine. So there are some responsibilities we are dedicated. And if you now fail, who is to blame? That is the big question. Is it the church you are going to blame or the community? It is only in Russia that government take care of children. But in other countries of the world, it is the duty of the parents, and that is what God himself hammer on. He said, train up a child in the way you go. The duty of parents is to guide their children in the right way. You don't, you let a child know that you are wrong. Doing things in this way is unacceptable to you as the father in the house, as the mother in the house. You guide them. Isaiah 38 verse 19 says, believe me, he shall pray thee as I do this day. Who is saying that as I do this day? The father to the children shall make known thy truth. At times we talk without even considering the gravity of what we are saying. I don't know what to do. I'm tired. Does it mean that we now be responsible for your fault, for your negligence? Or is it God? Have we now said God is at fault for blessing us? We've never studied the case of the man of God, Eli. He was working for God, busy taking care of other people, guiding people to meet the favor of God. Yet, he failed woefully. And God have to call the baby somewhere that I'm going to do something that will surprise the entire world. Because Eli failed to bring up his children in the right way. Eli was a man of God. He was, in fact, devoted, dedicated, and putting everything under the sun to make sure he didn't disappoint God. But he failed at home. He failed at home. It is the duty of the father to guide his family in the right way. If you can't guide your family in the right way, you are a failure. If I can't, I'm a failure. Because the responsibility is for you. You now have to channel your way, guide, direct, lead. Special duties incumbent upon parents. Deuteronomy 6 verse 7, and I will read it. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. God is talking to who here? Eh? Talking to the chairman of the CBA. Eh? Or talking to your grandpa to come and take care of your child for you. Eh? And thy talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Meaning that at every point in time in your family life, you need to guide, you need to direct, you need to lead. And when do we start all these things? When we are talking about early childhood, training according to Proverbs 22 verse 6 and those that study about early life, training started from day zero. Day zero. Go and check it. Day zero of your child. That is the beginning of training. It's not the child start to talk. Not on the child start to talk. Day zero. That is the beginning of the training. You'll be wondering, some people, I study about somebody, he has about 9 children. And those 9 children, in fact, when you talk of discipline, they are more than discipline. More than discipline. But some of us, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5. We'll be complaining, what of the one that had 9? And those 9 children, when you talk of mommy, mommy must not hear. Daddy must not even perceive. Then what is going on in our own time? What is going on in our own generation? That things are falling apart when we are still alive. To provide for 2 Corinthians 12:14, behold it, the third time I'm ready to come to you, and I will not be burdensome to you. For I seek not yours, but you. For the children ought not to lay up for the parents, but the parents for their children. God is expecting you to make provision for your children. Provision spiritually, mentally, physically, socially, in fact, morally, anything concerning provision. It is your duty, it is my duty. It is true Bible didn't say child control. But when you go to child maternity, they will be saying the fewer the merrier. If you have been to child maternity center, they will be singing it there, the fewer the merrier. Meaning that if it is the little you can take care, that is what you should make provision for. Right? It is your duty to make provision for the share ought not to lay off. It is not your children that will not be the mentality we have today. When you supposed to retire, you now be thinking your children must make provision for you. The Bible says you are the one to make provision for them because you have already planned it from onset. I won't mention the name of the brother. He said, brother, when I married, I don't have these parents and nobody to assist me. I told my wife, we are having 3 children. Because the future, the way I'm seeing things, I don't know, but we can manage 3. So I know the 3, they are doing fine. The 3, they are doing fine. Not that it's big, up to today, but from the onset, it was a master plan. They are doing fine. They are doing fine. He said from the beginning, I told her, the way I'm saying things, the way the future, I don't know, but when we struggle, I struggle. We train them. If they are in every failure, if this is what a person now say the church is bad, God did not put the whole responsibility on the church. He said, train up a child in where to go, meaning that from 8-0, training starts. And what do you mean by 8-0? Before the child is born, training has started. Immediately the child arrives. Congratulations. The 3 of you will not even sleep again because Yorùbá ní ọmọ tó ní ìyàwó ní fún òun náà ní ṣe kí ni. Ó ní fojú kó the 3 of you are started the journey together. This is not how to make it. This is how to make it. That is the beginning of training. To nurture Ephesians 6:4. Who is to nurture your child for you? Is it me? Is it you? It is you. These God are not to blame. I believe brother Odia, he don't use his own to do engineering work, so he can't put anything again. The God are not to blame. He said the struggle for the survival starts from the stomach, but maybe I could not use it for anything. Nothing to remember from quotation. Nurture and ye father provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. How many of us are bringing our children to the Bible class? How many? When the father will not even come. That the type of father that we say carry Bible, go Bible class, Bible study. When the mother will not show face. And who did the Bible say? And ye father provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Who is Bible talking to? He's talking to the church, to the parents. And if the parents now fail, who is to blame? Eh? His father that will be blamed. Yes, his father, they are correct. Yes. When God entered the garden of Eden, he called Adam went down. God knew it was the wife that he led him, but he did not mind the wife because he's out of negligence. He's out of negligence. That's why God did not even bother about the wife. Adam, we are Adam, and hand over the garden to you. What happened to it? Things are falling apart in your lifetime. He said ye fathers. He did not say ye mothers. Although that does not neglect mothers, but 99.9% of the responsibility lies on the father. And anything that goes wrong there, the father will be blamed. The father will be blamed. I'll try. In fact, there is nothing I cannot do. Who is going to exonerate you? Nobody. Because you have no excuse. No excuse. The Bible says, ye fathers, he hand over to you. Come and give account of your stewardship. How far? You are the head of the government, but the father that are supposed to train their children, they will blame the labor. Rice is expensive, sugar is too high. They cannot control their own house. Not to talk about precisely a local that is controlling about 2 million people, up to 200 million people. When you pay in your own immediate family, you are now criticizing the some wicked. That is some wicked the problem of Nigeria. You need the problem in your own house. It's a wicked in Abuja. We are complaining of him here. You in your own family, it's a wicked you want to stop your peace. We will leave our problem and be looking monitoring another people's crisis to control. 1 Timothy 3:4, one that ruleth well his own house. Why do we fail to have elders in the Lord Church? Because there is no proper upbringing. The so-called leaders, they are deficient in taking care of their family. Then if you mention eldership, the grammar will start. The people they call it digging deep. Don't avoid this one. It's not like this, it's like this, it's like this. You enter the family rottenness is bad. But the Bible says what that ruleth where is sound. Part of ruling where your house is monitoring. Closest monitoring. Today we have the so-called area boys and Babata Yata. Why do we have Babata Yata? It's because of the failure from home. Because when they say charity begins at the outside, that not be from home. Before you dance outside, you need to practice at home. But when you don't even think of how will I do it, you cannot present your family. Joshua who said, he said, for me and my family, he was addressing millions of people. And before somebody will come out boldly that for me and my family will serve God, but for the rest of you, I don't know. You can choose whether the God your father was worshiping before the rivers or the other side. That is what we want to continue. Fine. But for me and my family, we are going to serve God. How many parents are bold to speak like that? How many? But we can pass. We are the best. We are the best when it comes to talking. But actual wise, we pay woefully. Our major cause is paying one, paying enough not to do what they call the carry over. Once you pay that home, you are paying woefully. So the duty lies on the parent. You cannot be an elder where your family, where the roof of your house is leaking. See this place is leaking. They will not obey you. Because once you fail at home, you cannot manage the larger audience. You can't manage the larger audience. The technique you are using to maintain and sustain your family is what you will apply to manage the larger audience. And what that technique is not there, in fact, is they will not put mark inside them with rock when you are a trained person. You are frustrated. your student. No, they won't put dots, but they will circle your answer to let you know that you are wrong. Having the student is subjected with all gravity. That is what we are studying in the book 1 Timothy 3 verse 4. I don't know whether we are panicking to train our children, whether we are afraid of them. Eh? I don't know. It's only in Russia that government betray other part of the world according to the Bible is the parents. And the reason why these classes are coming up is because we fail to start from day zero. Day zero. Our children capitalize on our weaknesses. They now become uncontrollable. We are now struggling to maintain and sustain. When you have according to study, a child from age 0 to age 6 has acquired everything under the sun you want to acquire from the father and mother. But Lagos State said their own is age 7. But the research shows age 1 to age 0 to 6. That is why we don't pray for the mature death in the family. The two must speak with one voice so that you don't give chance to the child to be mommy party or daddy's party. Once you allow that, things will fall apart and center will not hold again. Center will not hold again because children will have power over them from age 1 to 0 to 6. Don't do this. They see you as God. And when there is no way to dodge, they will abide. They will abide. But if there is any deficiency, either from the mother or the father, they will capitalize on that and become whatever they want to become. That time, they are like fish, fresh fish out of water, and bend them. You turn them to whatever you want them to be. They will obey. If you get fresh fish, bend it. It will bend. But the dry one, if you want to force it, what will happen? It will break. That is the system of training children. When they reach the age of poverty, you are like putting an exactly. You may be bumping day to day, be bumping because they are mature, they've acquired. But before getting to that age, from age 1 to 0 to 6 to 12, within 12, but by the time they enter 18, they are mature. Whatever you cannot plant in their hearts, guide them, tutor them before they reach the age of maturity. Then you need to be sending more prayer requests. Yes. Because they are already mature. They are mature. And they are choosing their own paths. It may be wrong, it may be right. So that time, you are now saying you apply your trial. No, the trend started from a zero. A zero. That's why I see people talk when they are child from age 1, will be slapping their mother when they breastfeeding, and the mother will be laughing. Say, I'm sorry for them. By the time they grow up, he's going to be quite okay with that mother. Yes, because you did not train them from the beginning. If you say child breastfeeding and slap you in return, you say this mama, if I do it again, I will see where. But there is no fear. There is no fear. is from the home. Our lapses is from the home. And God will not take any responsibility for that. To love, Titus 2:4, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husband, to love their children. When the wife is not loving the husband, how will they do? What are they going to plant the brain of their children? The Bible says the house that is against itself, what did he say will not happen? Will not the house will not stay. When father and mother they are living like cat and rat, don't let your daddy hear. Don't let your mommy hear. I saw one this blogger. The father told the mother had only one boy, and the man is a pastor. He went to the boy's asked the boy to call him uncle. Now the boy now told his mate, this is my uncle. The uncle now impregnated the cosmate. The case came to the house. The mother was beating the son, beating the father. Who is to blame? Eh? Eh? Uncle. The father. I'm serious, I'm not joking. The woman was beating the son, beating the father. Eh? Where are we heading to? Who is to blame for that? Where are all this rottenness coming from? It's unbelievable. The duty of women is to train. It is true, things are life is hard, but it's a responsibility. It's an assignment. This thing, look after it. Once you fail, you fail. It doesn't matter whether you are working at the central bank and because of that, you are returning late. Even if you are the new baby, once you fail, God will not say, God did not assign you as a new baby and neglect your family. Just like for me and my family, this is our choice. This is our choice. The duty of the women is to take care, to love their children. When you love your children, you will guide the child. Because Yorùbá ní ọkọ tá ò kọ ló máa gbé níta kọ́tà. When you fail to train your child, you will sell the property you acquire. Because there is no foundation, you did not train that child to value work. You just train the child to be living expensive life. Immediately you die, your property will be disposed and nothing will happen. You can't come back from grave. All your efforts. And that is why the Bible says, what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Brethren, there is need for us to be up and doing. To be up and doing. Come to Bible study, you will not come. Take the father that didn't come, we now control the child, go to Bible study. You can't offer what you don't have. You cannot fetch water out of empty well. When there is nothing here spiritually, you can't train anybody. Other people are doing it fine, but you are not among other people. The requirement from you as a parent, as a Christian parent, is different from the requirement from other person. Correction of children. Proverbs 13, verse 24. He that feareth his God hated his son. There are some of what we believe because of the modern system of teaching. You must not flog a child in the school. When I was with my own brother, the something coming from my nose. In fact, they never boiled me. It's iron training. Yes, because it's something. Am I going to complain to my father or to my mother? No. But today, educationally, Joseph and Co, they have destroyed the moral of education. If you plot, they will charge you to court. Eh? They destroy the system completely. But the Bible says, he that feareth his God created his son. But today, government is saying you must hate your son. And the Christians too are following. It's a pity. It's a pity. Because the government is misleading and you are following them like cow. But he that loveth his king, chasteneth him the time. If you love your child, you guide him. Because God used you as a God to direct him. That gutter, this canal, nobody has ever walked through it. You must make sure you pass through Kiapa Bridge. That is, you are guiding. You are guiding. Not that if I talk, the Bible says I do not provoke him. Who is your teacher? The Bible says you do not guide your child. Eh? You are misinterpreting the Bible. And it won't work like that. You say you must repart. You rebuke. You spank the child. When the child is under your control, before the child will go away, that in fact you and the child will deploy together. You spank and you rebuke, you correct, you guide, you tutor. Proverbs 19:32. Chasing thy son while they are in hope. Why is God talking of their time for hope? When the child has reached the age of poverty, hope is due. Hope is due. But when the child is still fresh out of mommy tummy, you can train the child. Not be somebody born somewhere. Eh? Not be woman control somewhere, say somewhere must stay with the man of God. Eh? I be that person blood and water was not flowing through her veins. Eh? He said, chasing that so why there is hope. There is a time when you train a child with hope. But when that time is over, it's a contest. 50-50 whether you will be able to regain the child or you will lose the child. Not to death, but spiritually. And let not thy soul fear for his crying. There will be a time when there won't be able to chasten a child. A time will come when the two of you just need to sit down together. What do we do? The way we are behaving to me is not good. To God, in fact, is zero. To government, in the W, they will arrest me. What do we do? Do you want all of us to go to jail? You negotiate. Yes. After all, the Kaduna State Abi, they said Toji, they want to negotiate with Toji. Abi, because it's bigger than the federal government. A time will come when there will be no hope. You now be negotiating with Toji. Sit down with Toji that way. Enough is enough. What do we do? I must be getting my own education from state government, from federal government. Fine. But before that time comes, you still have the chance. You still have the chance. Train up a child. Proverbs 22:15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of the child, but the wrath of correction shall drive it far from him. God is not saying a child is not ready to be stubborn, but he's telling you that that's your pain. As long as within the age of when there is hope, you stand the child. It doesn't mean you are a wicked father, doesn't mean you are a wicked mother. They are involved that time. But are you now going to say the child of 18 want to be boxing? If you do that, in fact, he will give you head good. The two of you will land in hospital, and they will be looking after you and your child. Because the age of maturity has taken place. So there is need for you to know the right time to start, so as not to end up last big death. The Bible says foolishness is bound in the heart of the child, but the rod of correction shall drive it away from thee. Rod of correction. God is not saying don't correct. It's not a sin to correct your child. Because the child success is your success. The child failure is your failure. I remember when we attended General Dia's service of song at Morocco. The first song, he said, early in the morning when daddy is in bed to pray, if you don't come out, and daddy enter your room, give you one slap, you will not pray for the second one in your lifetime. Dia was a disciplinarian. They don't born you. They don't born you. He's praying, you are still sleeping, nothing. Nobody will tell you that don't toy with daddy. The first son, he said when he was studying one philosophy, when the officer will come, he will call the first son. What did you say you have studied? Philo? And what are you studying? Philo or what is? Daddy will be embarrassing. Does it mean my daddy cannot pronounce philosophy? But until the state is called to become a law student, when he became a law student, is when he come, yes, that's my son. That's my son. He said that time is that get rest of mind in the house. But before, you will be calling Philo. What's wrong with this? That? Eh? So, and today, we have the one medical doctor in Britain. All of them, they are qualified, competent. The doctor was saying none of us graduating that daddy will not come. Despite the military officer that daddy will attend our graduation. Even if we are in the park, daddy will make sure he attends. And they don't born you. That daddy will not even spoil which one you. And that is very stupid. He will not give you more than what you need. He will not give it what the doctor that was a medical doctor in London. So that he will not give you more than what you need. He said it does not that doesn't happen, but it's a disciplinarian. He will give you what you need and not more. Eh? That is a military personnel. Eh? But the children they were testifying is no more. Not that he can challenge them say you are spoiling my image. No. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but correction is from the right source. From the right source. And you are the right source. I'm the right source. We told no correction from the child, but without the first thing, with the rod, he shall not die. The Bible is telling you when you discipline your child, you will not die. Even in study, when you study any child, when a child is crying, he's gaining strength. They are gaining strength. They will become back to back. Kakaraka, they will not part to because they are troublesome. But they will not die. So the Bible says the child will not die. But that flooding is within certain age limits. Once they pass that age limit, it's negotiation. Sit down, discuss, dialogue with them. Good parental examples. 1 Kings 9 verse 9. 9 verse 4. And if thou wilt walk before me as David thy father walked, in integrity of heart and in uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded thee, and will keep my statutes and my judgments. You see, it's conditional. If thou wilt walk upright, how many of us are ready to walk upright before God? You can't offer what you don't know. You can't offer. It is true we are in Lagos. It is true economy is things are tough, but that does not mean that we are sleeping in our working place. Central Bank Governor Cardoso is looking after his family, and I don't know how many of us are Cardoso that we cannot look after our family. It's conditional. Good parent, parental example. Second Chronicles 17 verse 3. And the Lord was with Jehoshaphat, because he walked in the first ways of his father David, and sought not unto Balaam. You see, God was with Jehoshaphat because he walked in the way of his father David. David feared God. In those days, we have a slang. Good luck is contagious. Before even we know of this present good luck. Good luck is contagious. The fear of God is contagious too. If you as a father, you fear God, it will be reflecting in the life of your family. It will reflect. But when we are playing hanky-panky, dotting here, dotting there, they know. The children, in fact, they invite what you do think you are hiding. The children understand. It's in the blood. You transfer it to them. That's why when some parents die, maybe the father, and you see the child that was not born that time, you will be a replica of the father. People will be like, how come? It's in the blood. So, let us fear God and sought after God. There is need for us to 2 Chronicles 26 verse 4. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father Amaziah did. You see, charity begins at home. Upbringing start in you. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Parental weaknesses and sin. 1 Samuel 3:13. For I have told you that I will judge his house forever for the iniquity which he knoweth, because his son made themselves wise, and he restrained them not. The Bible says, Eli, restrain his children not. He knew their weaknesses. He knew their faults. He knew their mistakes. He knew their evil deeds. Yes, he was turning his face like this. Who's supposed to flog them and pass? Let them come and separate them in the temple. But he was pampering them. That was why God was saying, in fact, that we do wonder that the whole world will hear it. And that's why Eli and his two sons, they died the same day. You can imagine the man of God being penalized by God. That is to tell you God is not partial. It's only those that fear him that he respects. If you don't fear God, God doesn't even recognize you. And his son walked not in his ways, but turned aside after looking, and took bribes and perverted judgment. You see, Eli knew the weaknesses of his children, but he failed to caution them. Likewise, we know the weaknesses in our family, including myself. And God will not spare me if I fail. It's not a cause. It's not a cause. It's what is a fact. Oh, okay. Thank you. May God bless us in Jesus' name.